In this video you are going to learn how to stop the special military operations, and these operations are when someone is attacking without using all of his forces. He is going out with the queen and bishop, for example, and he would like to checkmate. In this particular position white is winning by this scholar checkmate, queen takes f7. But actually, if we little bit more careful, we can stop this idea once and forever. By the way, in this moment I'd like to announce that we have a very nice cooperation with a very popular, actually the most popular website, chess website, the American iChess, and they have a new Twitch account actually, and every Thursday we're creating their stream. So you're very welcome to join the stream if you like, to ask your questions, play together and make many more moves every Thursday. Now let's go ahead and see this position from the beginning. White can start like this, try to liberate the bishop and queen, so we can reply something like this similarly to liberate our to open our pieces. And after this one, white is threatening instantly. He is threatening to capture this pawn here on e5, and black has to do something, has to protect that pawn. How to do it? With a knight, obviously, because we are developing the pieces and protect this pawn as well. And here white starts this special operation, and Garry Kasparov, a great player, told that you should not start a war that you cannot win. And here actually white cannot win the game, cannot win like this, because the chess game is a marathon. We need a lot of moves and accurate play in order to continue playing and fight actually. And black has a lot of ideas. Obviously he should not put the knight there because this checkmate will follow, so he has to do something else, and he can stop this attack here on f7 by playing this move g6. And now white has to go back actually, has to go back, and if he goes back then he will lose the first move, the initiative, the momentum. He will lose a lot of things, and these special operations only with a few pieces are doomed obviously to lost actually, to not be good. And here many players actually know this idea g6, and maybe they mix the move order and say, for example, here, okay, what shall I play? I don't remember, the queen is there, try to kick the queen away and try to play something like this. You have to go back, right? What you're going to do? Unfortunately here white has a mechanism, he can capture the pawn, attacking the king. Obviously this is not a checkmate, black can stop this idea, so he will protect his king. However, the rook in the corner is gone and white here is winning. This is a mechanism, as I mentioned, because we can do it in another opening. For example, let's go back, and after the move e5 we can play the move here c6. This is the Caro-Kann defense, and after that we can strike in the center. White has a lot of good moves here, but one of them is this fantasy variation, if I'm not mistaken, this is the name actually, and with the move f3. The idea is after these exchanges white has this perfect center, the pawns in the center of the board, and here black should know what he is doing, and we can do this move e5, striking in the center instantly. Would you like to become sure and get stable result at chess? Then I'm recommending you this training program divided in years according to FIDE rating, for example 800, 1000, 1100, 1200. And if you click in any of these links, then you can see the curriculum of each lesson. Here you can see a small video and a very detailed description of the lesson. Please also notice that you can see a lot of puzzles, try to solve them. We have puzzles with 10 questions for every single training program. It's completely free and you can try it out. The basic methodology of the training program is that we get the basic ideas, then we have illustrative chess examples, specific exercises for each theoretical lesson, and last but not least the final conclusions. The main difference from other programs is that here we are going to analyze the typical opening errors, how to avoid them, the characteristic middle game errors of each level, learn the basic endgames, and last but not least the visualization program. This is very important because it will help you to foresee the chess move ahead and calculate better comparing to your opponents. you can get the package of 4 these training programs, which contain 95 theoretical lessons, approximately 780 minutes. It analyzed 800 games in this fantastic final price. So time for action is now, and click the link in the description. White we don't like actually to capture there, because black can capture the queen and later try to capture this pawn, or he can give this double threat instantly to capture that pawn on e5, right? So he can do this immediately. So white can play something like this, and now black should be aware what of white is threatening. And white is threatening here this move, bishop to c4. This is very dangerous move, because not only developing the bishop but eyeballing this f7 square, and you would like to do something there. How to stop this idea? We can play this beautiful move, bishop to e6, and many players from 1800 to 2800 Elo rating on Chess actually don't know what to do. I played 3 games after this, and some of them in this, I played many games, but 3 of them particularly captured that pawn on e5. So here it's our momentum. Do you remember the mechanism? It's the similar way. We can give this check on h4 attacking the king, and after this it looks the only way. We can play that one. This is a double attack. He can parry the king, and then we can capture the rook. Unfortunately, I lost all of these 3 games. It was blitz games, and I played with very strong players. But here white's idea is to develop the bishop, after that to develop the knight, castling alongside, and in the right moment to play something like this. So black is winning. It's +6 according to the computer, but we have to know what we're doing. And the correct way, in order to win the system, we should pin this knight. When this knight came out, we should pin it with bishop b4 in order to free this d5 square, and then black is completely winning. You should know this one. So this is all about this introduction actually, and now let's go forward to see some games. And I selected some games for you. The first one is with girls under 8 years old. We have these opening moves, and now you can see white can combine actually the ideas. He is not forced to play queen 8 to h5. He can develop the bishop first of all. This is the bishop opening, a very tricky move order. Bishop opening is not a separate opening itself, because it can transpose to Italian or other systems actually. Bishop to c4. Now maybe the best move here is to develop the knight, because once and forever we are stopping this queen h5 move. And here after that black just develop the pieces, everything is just fine, and the girl with the white pieces play, okay, queen h5, I'm going to checkmate, play please knight to f6, play it, I'm going to checkmate. And here the black player came with idea, and she played king e7. And suddenly white realized that he cannot really checkmate, because if he just captures that pawn, the king can go there, and where is the checkmate? I cannot checkmate actually. I cannot really checkmate you. And for that reason here he stopped his calculation. It was an error. He has to capture the pawn in any case. It wasn't a good move, but it was a surprise move actually. And after this one he is threatening the pawn here on e5, and finally black played this move knight f6 right now, because still the king can escape, and if you didn't capture this in the first time, you're not going to capture it again, right? This is how the black player is thinking. And of course we're talking about girls under 8 years old. They are small kids, okay? They don't know, they don't have a lot of experience as they are the adults. And here white played this move queen h3, and I'm challenging you. You have the control right now, and you can play a very nice move. What are you going to play with the black pieces? Can you win here? And we have a beautiful move, and this move is d5. This is, it looks like a pawn sacrifice, but we're attacking the bishop. Obviously white can capture with the bishop or with the pawn, but this is not the main problem. The main problem after that move is that we open up the line for that bishop, and now we're threatening the queen. So we have a simultaneous attack right now. By the way, do you know the difference between the double attack and simultaneous attack? If yes, you're very welcome to write a comment below that video with your reply. And after this, white player just resigned actually, because he's going to lose the bishop. He has to remove the queen somehow, and he's going to lose the bishop. Here we are. So let's move forward. I have other two games to show you. And here we have another opening system. You can see other players, I don't know them, in 1974, and again White tried to do the same motif, tried to checkmate on f7. And here Black played this move Queen to f6, and after he actually protecting everything, because we have more defenders, we have two defenders and he has two attackers, so he cannot really capture that one, because you can take, and after this he's going to take our queen, but unfortunately we captured more material. Here you should be notice that he exchanged his light square bishop for our f7 pawn, so White has give up material. Black has material advantage, and he's going to win the game. So during the game played something else, knight there, he's threatening to go on d5, attacking the queen and attacking on f7 as well. So I created another video here. Black played that move bishop to c5, and I created another video, and this video was fight tricks with tricks, like Metallica song, fight fire with fire. And he's going to do something. Why not to do it ourselves? We are threatening to capture on f2, right? To create our own threads there. And here White played this no sense move actually, d4. He would like to open up the lines, but he just lost the pawn actually. After this the game is, he has to take with the bishop. It was better to take with the bishop, but he just captured like this. And now White played this move, d5, knight d5. He's threatening the queen, and the idea behind d4 is to close that bishop actually. For that reason you have to capture with the bishop to keep it open, but he captured like with the knight. And after this now White is happy, because he's threatening the queen, he's threatening the pawn, and this is all the beauty of amateur players, because the amateur players doesn't care too much about their opponent threats. They would like to create their own threats, their own plans. They would like to have the initiative and do something, and the game is magical, we can say, because we can see a lot of transposition. Someone is sacrificing something, another player can accept it, and here the player who will win is the player who wanted more. If you wanted more to win, then you have the chance to do it. And here he don't care about his queen, he don't care about c7, but what he did, another double attack. Okay, I'm threatening, you see, I'm threatening this double attack, attacking your king, and here White went on f1, and now we have this checkmate. But after king to d1 actually, a better move, here things are not so easy to play, because after this we just capture something. He can take on e5, attacking our king, then he can take there, he's threatening that pawn. The game is not so clean. We have to play something like that, but the game is very complicated here, very complicated. But you can see again this stuff, how they are attacking all of the times. Maybe a little better was this one, because we are protecting that pawn on d6. Okay, nevertheless I have another game, and here we have these opening moves, and the final move, queen to h5. Queen h5. I have another video actually, and you can see this one. You can see a lot of analysis of the other video, how to play this opening system with queen on a5, this system, and we have a lot of ideas here. One of the best players in the world, Hikaru Nakamura, played a lot of games, and you're going to learn a lot on how to play this this system. You cannot win easily in the first moves actually, but you can continue the game. And here I have another challenge for you. You're welcome to name the player who played this move queen h5. What do you think? Who could play this one? Who could play that? And we have a great player. This is Magnus Carlsen, the world chess champion in 2018, some years ago actually, very recent here. He played this move queen h5 against another grandmaster in a rapid tournament, and actually he would like to trick him, not just to trick him, or to try to avoid his opening preparation, try to take him unprepared. And now we have knight here, bishop there, and the best move actually, the best reaction is to put the pawn there attacking the queen. And after this, black player played this move queen e7, but it was better to put the queen on f6 actually, because I suggest you to do this, because you are threatening to exchange queens and everything will be just fine. And after this he played there. This is very important now, because if your threats are stopped, then the other guy will come. And here black is threatening this one actually. You cannot just continue developing the pieces like this, because he's threatening to go on d4, attacking the queen and attacking on c2. So we have that one, stop this threat, and the game continue like this, continue developing his pieces. And now he played a prophylactic move because he was thinking that Magnus prepared something very serious, or he is threatening something like this, and he need to do something. So he played little careful, let's say, try to protect all of the pawns there. And after this he captures, he recaptures, the game continue like this. And now we have a very interesting moment actually, because Carlsen played something really cool right now. I really like his decision here, what he did. And he played this very nice move, d6. Black would like to capture that pawn with the queen, but this is not correct because the f7 pawn will be unprotected. And for that reason he was forced to capture like that, and now this bishop is extremely bad piece. He played a very positional idea, you can see, sacrificing a pawn. And after this we cannot really develop our pieces on the queen side. So we have that one, and after this we played that one to exchange the queens. We have some normal moves. White didn't exchange the queens because he would like to dominate in the light squares. We have that one here, there, try to do something. He continue controlling these light squares, and after that he keep his queen on the board because he's attacking something, as you can see. And in the right moment he would like to put knight on e4, try to dominate on the squares. So we have take, and after that he played knight to f7. And now white is winning. White is completely winning here actually, because he's attacking the rook, and after this he just captured there. And after b6 Magnus went wrong here. He went wrong, he didn't play the correct move, and you have the opportunity to select the best move for white. Can you find the best move actually for white here? It's white's turn and you have the control. You can play better than Magnus Carlsen himself. And during the game Magnus played this move f3. I can understanding because black would like to put the bishop there and try to create something on the light square, something like this, but he's winning because the rook on b8 is unprotected, and he can play this stunning move knight e8. And after this take he can take the rook actually, and white is clearly better here, he's winning. Or if he just try to do something similar, again he can take the rook, and black don't have time to do something in the king side. So this is all about that video. Magnus turned to lose that game after f3 and bishop b7. He lost the game actually, but here it was interesting how he played actually. And what we learn how to stop this very early queen attack, how he's going to attack us. He can play knight to c6, and after this we can play the move g6, but don't mix up the move order. We're attacking the queen, and after this I suggest you to play queen to f6 actually, and everything is just fine in your position. Thanks for your time, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Here it's time for action. This is the initial page of my website, and here you can click Give me access to get access to free lessons. You can read this page, and if you scroll down, here you can add your name and your email. After that, you're going to take a free lesson how to avoid chess blunders. So, time for action is now, and you're very welcome to join my mail list.